Hi, I'm Laura, and welcome to Laura's Life Coaching. Today we're going to talk about what I do in my business. So, I'm an assertive life coach. So, what does that exactly mean? Well, for those of you who know what life coaching is basically getting help from somebody to help you set goals, help you reach those goals, and somebody that is keeping you accountable for reaching those goals. And what I do in my coaching is I'm an assertive life coach. So being an assertive life coach means that I'm helping set boundaries. I'm helping people learn to stand up for themselves. I'm learning to help them be more authentically themselves. So what exactly do I do in each session? And who exactly are my ideal clients? Well, a lot of the times my ideal clients that come to me, they often end up in emotionally abusive relationships, either from a partner or from family members. So often they turn into, they internalize that a lot of the times, and they become very codependent. And a lot of times people think that codependency has to do with relying on another person, and they just dismiss it and they say, oh, well, I'm not like that. But a lot of the times codependency actually has to do with when we're trying to fix other people, we're trying to heal other people, and we're also seeking love and approval from outside of ourselves. So we're constantly seeking the approval of other people in order to gain love. And what I've actually found with working with a lot of my practice coaching clients is that often they don't realize that they have a problem. Often they don't realize that the codependency is a lot of the aspect that is really causing a lot of their issues in life, and I help them learn to set those boundaries, learn to stop wanting to fix other people, go inside themselves and learn to heal themselves first, learn to figure out what kind of wounds they're still holding on to. A lot of times I'm a big advocate of working on your unhealed wounds before you work on anything else. And I think that's really important step for my coaching. That's one of the first steps that I take people through, because I think until you really face a lot of these unhealed wounds and the things that are really bothering you, it's really hard to want to heal yourself and want to move forward and to attract healthy relationships. I believe that a lot of times the work that I end up doing is helping people learn to recognize when they're acting out of their wounds, learn to set those boundaries, and then learn to attract healthy relationships. Because until we meet our inner, the outside will never change. That's what I believe. So what I do is I take people through a step-by-step process in order to heal these wounds, called the Quantum Free to Healing program. And this is a program that was created by Melanie Tonya Evans, and I'll put her link below. She's very good, and honestly, I found her videos when I was going through a lot of this. Basically, what I create in my coaching is based on what I went through. So I won't ever take you through a process that I haven't actually done myself, and I won't ever make you do something that I haven't already tried that has actually been effective for me and for other people and for my clients in their healing process. So basically, the Quantum Free to Healing program is a step-by-step process that lets you get to the core of your basically your wounded inner child. And you ask yourself what age you are in this program, and when you're going through the steps of healing, basically you ask yourself, what age am I when you're feeling a certain trigger? So let's say you're feeling like you can't stand up for yourself. Maybe you've been bullied. Maybe you had parents that didn't allow you to speak your voice. Or maybe you just feel you've never felt like you could find that voice growing up. So, well, let's see like what wound that is. And basically you go into that wound, figure out where that is and what's triggering it. And then I take you through the step-by-step process of being able to heal that wound. So basically that program is one of the things I really feel is necessary in order for you to heal. As for the rest of my coaching, a lot of it is guiding you into the goals that you want. So let's say you set a goal. Your goal is that you want to attract healthy relationships into your life. And you want to find a partner that is balanced, that accepts you for who you are, that is healthy, that basically is all the things that you haven't been seeing so far in your life. Let's say up until now, you've been attracting people that have been not necessarily nice to you. They may have been manipulative. They may have been gaslighting you behind your back and you didn't even realize it. And then you had this sense of self-worth that was kind of created around this person, believing that maybe that's the only thing that I can attract. And in order to heal that and to get you through that, I would take you through the step-by-step process of Quantum Free to Healing. Then I would recommend a lot of different approaches. I do tapping, which is a very good method in order to heal a lot of your wounds and get and help you to kind of figure out what may be what may be the triggers. If you're not familiar with EFT tapping, you should look it up. It's really fascinating. I'll put the link for that below as well. And then I help you set those healthy boundaries. So after you've gone through and healed a lot of your wounds, I think it's an ongoing process. I think that like as you move through it, there may be times when we need to go back and we need to reflect and say, okay, I was triggered by this again. How can I work through it? So I'll help somebody go through that again. And I'm also here as somebody who understands, as somebody who's been through it, and as somebody who has learned the process in order to set boundaries and to help myself heal through this process. And sometimes it's just nice to have somebody who understands where you've been with emotional abuse. Sometimes it's really nice to just have somebody who's been through these processes that can give you a step-by-step guide. I'm also here to give you advice, and a lot of times life coaching, sometimes people have different approaches with life coaching, but oftentimes it's a kind of tough love situation. So oftentimes I will then help you heal that, and I'll get you to the point where you can learn to love yourself again. And that's really important. And that's something that I have gone through myself. I've taken my clients through, and my most recent client has really been very helpful in helping me to launch my program, to help me getting started, and also I've really helped her process through. Oftentimes, the life coach is really somebody that you can be accountable to, somebody that's there to listen, to set goals with you, who's been through these processes, who can help you through them, who can give you advice, who can help you navigate the things that you may be seeing. They're really there to be that eye that maybe give you a different perspective that you didn't think of before. And that's what I'm here for, a lot of times. And I think that really what I'm most passionate about with my coaching is really helping others get to the goal. And I think that the goal that I try to create for others is living a happier, fuller, more authentic life. I think that oftentimes they get so caught up in, well, I'm not at this goal, well, I'm not here. And I help people see the small goals, the little things that they're doing that have really helped them along the way. I help them keep track of the journey that they've been on, and maybe they wanted to be from point A to point B at this point, but they're somewhere in the middle, and I can show them how they got from this point to this point, and then they went backwards, but then they figured out something else from it. And it's not always a linear thing, as in life, nothing really turns out exactly as you plan it. So with my coaching, I'm very flexible with seeing how we can create that space for understanding and knowing where they really want to be, but also realizing maybe there's other plans also, and there's other things that that would be better for them in the long run anyway, and they kind of figure that out along the journey as well. So I hope that made sense. I'm looking to do some practice coaching right now with people. If you are interested in signing up for practice coaching, you can visit my website, which I will link below. And there's a tab on there that asks you to click on schedule a session with me. So basically you click that link, it sends you to another website that will give you my schedule. And that schedule basically has different hours, different times of the day. I'm mostly do Monday through Friday right now, and basically that's how you schedule the session. It's a clarity session, and that's the first step, and it's a free session. So essentially, I'll tell you a lot more in depth, the exact details of the step-by-step process I take people through. You can ask me any questions that you want to ask, and you can give me some feedback if you'd like. As I'm still launching and learning, I love as much feedback as I can get. This process really does help, and I think that a lot of people will be able to benefit from it. All right, well, thank you so much.